Hey Kiplings, welcome back to the world of YouTube. Today I got a very cool video. It's a very stressful video because it took me a lot of stress to get these two objects. I missed out on one sadly, but you know what, that's fine. I can get that one at any other time because luckily it's not limited. At least it's limited right now, but it's not limited to the future. But regardless, you guys saw the thumbnail, so you already know what's going on. We got Metroid Dread Special Edition, and we got the Nintendo Switch OLED white. I didn't get the neon red because I already have my own Switch with neon red and blue, so it just kind of felt redundant to get that. So I'm gonna do a quick unboxing for those, do a little bit of a review on the Switch OLED, not a technical review, but like comparison with the normal Switch, just by feel and everything. I won't like really start it up in this because I just want to, I want to do it all myself. But let's just get into it, straight into it. All right, so for starters, I'm gonna do this one-handed because yeah, it's better if I did it this way. But we're gonna start off with Metroid Dread. Look at Samus. Sorry, I did not mean to put gas so close. This is the full size of the box. It's actually pretty big, as you can see. I've already technically opened it just to make sure everything was in there properly, because I heard, I saw some guy on, well, not some guy, Nintendo Deal on Twitter. He actually got 2 copies of the Steelbook with not a copy of the game because he actually got it in Europe, so he actually got a physical version of the original copy, or the original copy of the box art and the Steelbook. But he got both Steelbooks, which is kind of ironic. I kind of want to keep both Steelbooks if that happened to me, but you don't have the game. But luckily, I bought mine digital, so I bought a digital copy and I got the special edition. I don't know how people think about that. Some people think it's weird. For us Metroid fans, it's pretty standard. We actually generally buy mostly a bunch of copies of this game. I already own so many copies of the classic Metroid games because, they're sold all the time. Even though I kind of own it for like one console and only needed one console. But yeah, that's just an explanation. That was the front art. Side, Metroid Dread, Nintendo logo. Here is the back. The back is actually a different material from the rest. That looks amazing though. This is actually my wallpaper for my phone, my home screen. In the side view, same thing. Bottom's same thing. So let's just get into it. Let's just open this bad boy. Ignore some of the background stuff. We'll talk about that. So immediately when you open it, you'll notice this and then this. This is tinfoil, or not tinfoil. This is plastic wrapped. So luckily, I got myself a handy dandy box cutter. Didn't mean to drop that, but you know what? That works out perfectly fine. Luckily, I dropped it on the book edge. So we're just going to slide this part out. We're just going to deal with this part first. So we have the game. Put that off to the side. Hopefully it doesn't fall. So we have the game case, the steelbook, and the game cards that actually come with it. There's a lot of light glaring into my eyes to the box. Yeah, that's bright. So here's the game case. It is the standard cover box art. It's a steelbook, so that's it feels nice. But it also has the back art for the Emmy. So you see the Emmys here. There's the back art here. That it's not really shown because it's not really, it's not really a big 16 by 9 picture, or widescreen picture. Sorry. But the usual widescreen picture has this on the sides too, just to like clarify it. Let me try to get this open one-handed easily. And we have what appears to be a Chozo. If you don't know what a Chozo is, then you're not a Metroid fan. And then we have Samus's logo here with the game cart in there. I'm kind of bummed that I didn't get that the normal versions don't come with, the American versions don't come with the standard box art, because you clearly can tell they have a groove here for it. So it's obvious they could have done that. The side doesn't have a title either, which is a little bumming. I would have thought they would have included that since it's a steelbook. I mean, most steelbooks have, the name on the side, but that doesn't actually appear in the case. So there's the steelbook. Put the box cutter to the side. And then we have our game cards. I mean, should I open these now? I guess I will. Also, I did like the little touch that there's like a little bit of like textures here, designs, and then there's the Emmy all in the background. There's really not much on the back, just paper foam, stuff like that, blah. I'm gonna put this to the side actually. Also, I got this at GameStop, not Best Buy. I got this at GameStop. I got my Switch at Best Buy, ironically, for the Switch. Hold on, I gotta do this one-handed. This is gonna be a nightmare. ironically for the Switch, I was going to get it at GameStop. This is horrible. I think I cut it. No, I didn't cut it. Ironically for this, God, I can't talk. Okay, I cut it. So ironically for the Switch, I went to GameStop to get it early because I didn't have a pre-order placed. Oh God, I had to make the smallest hole possible. I didn't have a pre-order placed, and I couldn't get one because at the time I didn't have money, which means I couldn't put the place order. I couldn't pre-order it because I didn't have money to actually pre-order it. But my birthday came around and I got a bunch of money, which is good because I was able to get a lot of stuff, a lot of cool stuff, including this, which I'm grateful for, very grateful for. Thank you to all my family who showed up for that. If you are my family or friends who showed up. Sorry you guys are witnessing the horrible camera angles that I have here. This is the quality content that I offer. Just trying to neatly take off this plastic one-handed. Not a very easy thing. And this video will take up a lot more time than I thought it would. And it is very early in the morning. I woke up early, but I went to GameStop to get the Switch. Didn't get the Switch. Hope they had the amiibo. They didn't have the actual Metroid Dread amiibos, sadly, either. That's garbage. But they did have the special edition, which I ended up getting, which is great because I actually wanted to get this. This was originally supposed to be my version of the game, but I wasn't guaranteed to get it, so I was like scared. So I decided to get it digitally too. And then if I, came across this, I would just get it too. But I did. And then I got I ended up, there was a Switch at GameStop, but I was third in line. The first person was there for Pokemon cards, and the second person was there to actually get a Switch. So I ended up missing out on the Switch. Here are the cards. We're going to slide them out one-on-one. Then I went to Best Buy. Best Buy had said that they were out of Switches. They sold them all this morning. So I believe that they didn't have any. This is the first Metroid Nintendo Entertainment System. I believe this is a holographic card. Yes, it is. That is nice. That looks very nice. I like the classic Metroid 1 box art. Okay. But I went to Best Buy. They didn't have any. So we believe that they didn't. We were trying to get them to see if we can get it online while we're at Best Buy, and the amiibos couldn't. But when we went to the front desk to purchase what we were going to buy, which was 3 movies and a few eShop cards, I asked them, I said, hey, do you guys know if you have any? The guy at the front was different guy, so he was like, I don't know, let me ask our manager. He asked, he said we might have one available. He ended up having the white one available, and bam, I bought it. But here is Metroid 2, Return of Samus for the Game Boy. Another holographic card. That art is beautiful. It looks amazing. I am actually more happy I got these cards than I thought it would be. And here, the classic, everybody knows it, most likely. Super Metroid for the Super Nintendo Entertainment System. This box art is notorious for being the best. Not really. I mean, I think Metroid 2's box art is a little cooler, but Metroid 3, it portrayed everything they did well, and it looks great, and it's probably like one of the best ones that people think of. Now the most divisive one that actually looks really cool and different, Metroid Fusion for the Game Boy Advanced. This actually looks a lot cooler than I was expecting it to look. I'm not really a fan of the way Metroid Fusion's game art looked. This is not my preferred favorite. I definitely don't like the suit that Samus wears, but to be fair, it's a pretty good game, so I didn't mind. And then last but not least, of course, Metroid Dread for Nintendo Switch. God, that art, that art, the more I look at it, the more I'm used to it, so the more I'm like, okay, it looks good. But like when it first saw it, it was beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. But that's all the art cards. Actually, you know what? I'm going to see if I can line them up on this little table of mine. I doubt I can, because these are pretty big, actually. Maybe I can just line up the original 4, and then Dread will be at the top, because it is the culmination of all these stories. Metroid. Remove the box cutter. There we go. And have all of them all laid out at once. Alright, so now I dropped my box cutter. Good job. This is very early in the morning. I am a bit tired, and I'm probably not going to sleep at all because I will be setting up my new Switch, and I will be handing my old one over to my dad, who ironically doesn't really play games, but definitely for some reason wanted a Switch. You know what? I'll just cut to this and get to the art book. Okay, now we get to the art book. Almost put the box. Okay, clearly this was kind of not used, but it was a little open. I did get it. It was open technically. The tape was off, and it was kind of like, it wasn't completely open because when I pulled the box was already pretty nice looking at the top lid, but then I kind of ruined it. So yeah. But this is the Metroid Dread mission logs, but I believe this is actually the art book for Metroid Dread. Hey, you can see me. Hello. What are you doing, dude? This is so much harder than you thought it'd be. Why did I decide to do this? Okay. Try to open it without ruining it. I actually thought that the art book was going to be like a lot smaller, like most video game special editions tend to be. Actually, I'm gonna have to use my elbow for this. Sorry for the weird shot. Okay, that should do it. Dropped it again. Nope, didn't do it enough. You know, when I eventually get a better camera and an actual tripod to angle my shots, so I don't have to do this weird camera setup, it will be a lot better for the. Oh God, I am so sorry that you guys have to watch this. I am honestly really sorry for all of this. I just want to get this opened. Okay, I got a little divot in. Oh, well, that was unceremonious. I was hoping for like a full-scale rip. I can't get my finger under it. I'm trying to get my finger under it. Okay, there we go. That's more like it. Okay. Let's do this. Open it up, open it up, open it up, put the box cutter away. Okay. Just a shout out. If you're watching this exactly on October 8th, a streamer that I know, Alexis MK, I will leave her Twitch down in the bottom of the video, will be streaming the game tomorrow on October 9th, 2021, on Saturday. So, you know, if you want to see someone completely new play the game, please do check it out. I will be in the chat, or maybe in Discord, depending on how things turn out. I have plastic on top of you guys. I'm so sorry. Okay, giant art book. Oh, wow, that's some, I mean, I can't really say much about the paper. Oh, that's cool. It's art book from the original Metroid. Oh, that's dope. Whoa, okay. These are what these are supposed to look like? Man, they look nothing like in the game. Nostalgia. I'm only gonna open so many pages for you guys because I'm gonna go too far. I want to get you guys to the Switch. Oh, it looks so much cooler, bigger. Oh, it's so cool. Okay. Yeah, this is all Metroid not Prime. Are they gonna show Prime? I doubt they're gonna show Prime. I mean, Prime's art book's all in the games, right? You don't really need to get an art book for that. It'd be cool if they did. Oh, I remember those. Oh, the ship. Oh, it's dope. You know, okay, we're gonna end it at Super Metroid. We're gonna keep going. We're gonna end it at Fusion. Oh, it's so cool. I'm gonna check to see if there's Prime, and if not, you're not gonna see it. But if there is, you're gonna see it because I have to show off Prime art because Prime art is phenomenal. Oh my God, the map. That's what they imagined the map to look like. Sorry if I peeked for you guys. That's not even the full map. Not all Norfair is there. Oh my God, that is. Oh. Okay, here's Metroid Fusion art. That art I like. That art is cool. It's a little creepy, but cool. Alright, well, I'm gonna cut here, and if there's Prime, I'll show you it. Okay, so there's no Prime in here. There's actually a lot of Metroid Dread. Most of this is actually Metroid Dread related. I mean, who would have figured it's the Metroid Dread launch? It's art part that came with the game, and it makes sense. There was Zero Mission and Samus Returns too. I didn't expect that, but yeah, we got some art from there. Samus Returns art looked amazing, despite the fact that most of those pictures were very low quality in the original 3DS game. But yeah, So we're done with this. I'm actually going to put this to the side too, because we have something down here that we need to discuss. The Switch OLED. I got the white version because I told you guys the blue and red version earlier. Just for the sake of it, I'm gonna move the camera a bit on accident to grab my OG Switch. I have the version 1 Switch, do not have the version 2. So this will be a big slight improvement, because technically speaking, this does perform the same as the second Switch, which has like about 30 to like 50 minutes improvement on the original Switch. So I guess technically speaking, I will be playing my Switch for like 30 something minutes longer. But that's just like a box size comparison. The Switch literally, they did nerf the size of the box dramatically. Like the Switch just literally sits there. This box is very, very small compared to the original. I'm gonna put my Switch off to the side on top of the notebook that you can't see. Mine is a little banged up, sadly, but I don't mind because I'm not gonna care much about the box anyway. The box opens down here. Oh yeah, side view, top view, Nintendo. We got the bottom view. We have tabletop mode, new kickstand, which looks amazing. The TV mode, which has the new dock, which looks a lot nicer. Switch Joy-Cons in handheld mode, which looks incredible, and the screen is bigger, which is one of the big reasons why I wanted this whole thing. Oh, it's so nice. Okay, I'm smacking it like crazy. I swear I'm not breaking it in any way. Read the NDAs. Read them all. Totally. Good idea. Okay. Plug it in. Obvious. Set it up. Obvious. Blah, blah, blah. All this stuff I know. I can see the Switch just kind of sliding out. Put it down. Release the glory. Oh god, so I think the Switch is stuck to the screen. Okay, there you go. The Switch was stuck. Oh, it's so cool. Oh, there is never a terrible feeling in Switch, and the best feeling ever is opening a whole new Switch. But before I get to the Switch, I gotta take them Joy-Cons out. Oh, I'm not even holding them properly, and they already look so nice. God, that looks so good. Oh, I love it. I love it. Okay, let's just take the Switch out. Oh, whoa. Oh my god, it looks so good. The kickstand is so much nicer. Oh god, I can't show you guys, but I have a giant smile on my face. Okay, what is that down there? Is that the manual and stuff? Probably. Yeah, don't need that. I know the stuff about Switches. Throw it on there. Okay, we have AC adapter, which I'm definitely gonna need because I have to transform my stuff. We got a whole nother HDMI, which is great. Here goes the power. Cool, same thing. Throw it to the side. I'm taking everything out now because it's just easier. Okay, we have the arm straps that actually have little details. They have black and white instead of the other one. My normal Joy-Con ones have different colors on them because they're different. I got a whole nother Joy-Con grip. I'm gonna just, take a look at that, and then for the last of all things, well, that's letting out the Switch dock. So now that we have everything out, I'm just gonna put that on the floor. Let's start with the Switch dock. As much as I want to start with the actual Switch itself, we gotta start unceremoniously to the very end. So bubble wrap. Can't really pop it because I'm one-handed. Honestly, I'm kind of debating whether just doing this whole thing by myself without showing you guys, because I kind of feel like oh, the bottom is slightly different. Okay, I should probably just yank out my whole Switch dock because I am not going to really be using it anymore. Yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to pull this out off screen and yank out my Switch dock and everything. Okay, so we're back. Here's the new Switch dock. It feels like such a way more high quality plastic. Like this honestly feels really sturdy and actually a lot more heavy than the original dock. The bottom grooves are actually, I think this is like a slight bit of rubber because it definitely has a different feeling. It doesn't have a rubber feeling, but it's a lot more sturdy. Like it's a lot harder to move around compared to the, actually, okay, the OG Switch dock has these little nubs, but it actually has a lot more traction. I'm about to launch my whole new Switch off than the this one. I can actually rub this around a lot more. That might be a design flaw. This definitely, it feels kind of similar in a way. It might just be that this feels newer, but like this just generally feels a lot more sturdy. Like I can't push this if I try pushing this in, it definitely has like a bend, but it doesn't really do much compared to like this one's so much easier to bend in. Also, you can tell the inside. This is actually a matte gloss. It's a glossed plastic finish, while this is just a rough plastic finish. One thing that people did point out is they have these little guide rails that aren't rubber, or they have rubber on them, but I've used it so much that the rubber is just gone. This one doesn't have rubber at all. Actually, no, it has one piece right here. So it has one piece on both sides on the bottom, just to help it, I guess. But it is kind of a glossy plastic, so it's a little smooth compared to this, where this is a little more rigid plastic, so it probably will just smoothly glide in. But one thing you might notice about the dock, not besides the logo being so much smaller and nicer looking compared to the original dock, is the back. The back has been redesigned almost to a T. Sorry, not really to a T, more like almost completely different. This piece is completely not hollowed. Actually, you can actually glide your hand around it. You can actually notice there's a bit of plastic that blocks it, so I don't know why that's like that. I would have had it like a plate that just kind of sits there, and like you could remove it if you wanted to, but you know, just like make it proper. But as you can tell, this piece is hollow. You can stick your finger under it. But it also has this weird like look. Now this worked good for a long time, but it wasn't necessarily the best. Because there was a lot of space to fit a lot of cables out, but it wasn't very versatile in which direction the cables could go. But one thing I will say that I mean, I don't mind about the new Switch dock, but is the back kind of rolls out and it kind of stays on it, so you don't really have a chance of losing it or anything. Although this one, it just pops right out. There's no rails for it to sit on. But while we have that off, we might as well compare the back. We have new air vents, redesigned for intake. These are specific for intake, not for outtake. Output will still be at the top, so don't worry about that. These have a lot better fins, so those definitely gonna get more air compared to this little box that they decided to do. Which I don't know if you can tell, but like around this area of my Switch is just extremely warm, so like you can kind of see a very heated, like darker black here because of the heated plastic. This has dual layers of plastic along with a bunch of little screws, so it actually might protect the dock and the Switch itself from heating a lot better. You'll also notice here that there's a vent here for inflow. I believe the vent is very simplified here, just 3 little boxes compared to the small little wide boxes. So there might be less airflow here, but I don't think it's actually quite necessary because this is very wide and might be doing most of the airflow, to be fair. Besides airflow, we can see here AC adapter, HDMI out, LAN port, AC adapter, USB HDMI out. So they moved the USB, well, they moved the HDMI out to the USB slot here, removed the USB slot and put a LAN port, which is nice because I didn't have the LAN adapter, but I live up, my Switch is going to be upstairs and my internet box is downstairs, which means I won't be able to use this LAN port, sadly. So that's pointless for me. And that's pretty much it. You just kind of place this down, you push it in, and it sits there. So that's the Switch dock. I'll put the Switch dock to the side. I'm also going to put this one to the side. And we're going to jump over to the Joy-Con grip. Hopefully there is a bit of a difference so I don't lose my old one, because I do still have my old Joy-Con grip. So let's get this out. Okay, I'm not gonna use both hands. Okay. So actually, this Joy-Con grip looks a little rough. I don't know why. I believe there's nothing really different about it actually. Here, I have mine in a separate drawer right here. Just put mine. Oh, I just dropped my GameCube controller. Okay. You know what? I don't see really a difference. I mean, mine's kind of beat up, so I guess I can't tell the difference on that. Oh, okay, I see a difference here. It's a very small difference, very tiny, minuscule difference, but you can tell that they kind of redesigned it a bit. Actually, can I check the back, see if the back has anything different about it? Same thing over here. No, different. No, different. Nothing different. I think the plastic they use is slightly darker, though. I think that might be the lighting just messing with them, but I think the plastic is slightly darker, just ever so slightly darker. But I will notice this. This is a matte, reflective, glossy inside. Well, this does not. This is a flat thing. This is actually engraved. and it doesn't have that same finish. It's just a black inked version. So I will give it credit. This looks a lot nicer. Probably going to reflect a lot more light towards my eyes. But, well, actually, probably not at all, actually. It's just a little small mirror to look at. But this, you know, like feeling-wise, I feel exactly. I think this might be slightly lighter. Actually, no, this is slightly heavier. I'd assume because the metal framing is maybe updated. I'm not quite too sure about that. I still forget that they have like little hang sections. You can hang your Joy-Con grips. I'm gonna go put my old one away. That is neat. I'm gonna pick up my GameCube controller I dropped here weirdly. And yeah, really not much of a change. Aesthetically, there is a change with this, the logo. That's it. That's really all the changes they made. Well, we got the Switch stock. We got the Switch Joy-Con grip out. Let's do the Joy-Cons. The one thing, honestly, I'm so excited for because my Joy-Cons are drifting like crazy and I desperately need new Joy-Cons. So this, I believe this actually has a different plastic finish. Yes, so this plastic finish is I mean, it might be due to the oil that I've used these for so long, but it has like a very grippy, slippery feel. I think they used the same material that they used for the Animal Crossing Joy-Cons, which actually was slightly different, and it made it have like this more pastel look to it, which looked nice. And it definitely has like a very like pastel looking whiteness to it. I'm so scared to move these Joy-Cons because I feel like I'm gonna make them drift. And like you can kind of feel like this has some tension to it. These Joy-Cons definitely feel a lot looser. The sticks. I definitely have clearly worn my new Joy-Con or my old Joy-Cons with the guide rail. So I'm hoping my guide rails on this one's last a bit. I'm gonna open up slide up the right one here. Yeah, this feels a little more tension based. It's gonna be weird because I actually have to use these little buttons now. My Joy-Cons are so just destroyed to the point where I don't have to use these buttons. I just slide it out, which is not very good for Switch health-wise. Actually, I realized I have to turn this on to actually get the look of it and everything done. But that's the Joy-Cons. I'm gonna put them in the Joy-Con grip here. I keep forgetting that I'm holding the camera with my right hand, so I actually have to, oh god, pay attention to what the camera sees. This is a lot of talking. I'm sorry. I shouldn't ramble this much in my videos, but I do. Most of my videos are just me apologizing. That looks nice, actually. That looks more aesthetically pleasing than the red and blue. But this just got a whole lot heavier. Why did that get a whole lot heavier? I don't know. That's weird. I'm actually gonna flip that. It's a nice looking thing there. There's a ladder in my bed in the background. Now we get to the piece of resistance. The Switch OLED. I heard it has a piece of plastic on it on the front. God, that screen size is so much bigger. I can feel it. It's heavier too. Whoa, this Switch is heavier. Oh my god. So I heard that the back oh god, I forgot this thing's a finger magnet. Sorry. Oh no. The finger magnet has started. Well, I'm sorry, you guys. That's so unaesthetically pleasing. Let's just move to the back. Oh god, I'm gonna break it. That is honestly heavy. The back is different finish. The power button is slightly different. The buttons for the volume is smaller. The air vents are a lot more smaller, but a lot more sturdy, and they're actually built into the plastic a bit. I heard that this, oh yeah, so I heard this is worse because they had a bigger groove to stick your fingernails in, but this doesn't have that big of a groove. So they actually made that kind of worse. Still have the headphone jack, which is nice. It has Bluetooth support for audio, so you don't really need to use the headphone jack. But the kickstand, oh, it's sturdy. It feels good. And there's the barcode, so they moved it. There's the SD card slot, and it has these giant little things that help it stay in place. And it just, that's so, I heard you can go to like a ridiculous angle. Oh my god, you can really do that? That is insane. God, these angles are so nice. And you can really go hella slim too. Jeez, you can make this a TV if you wanted to. And then I saw, oh god, I am gonna break this thing before I even turn it on. I saw that you can do this and then kind of stand it up weirdly. Or you can kind of go like that. That just works better. and you can have it like, so if you put like down well or something, you can kind of have it standing up and play tabletop mode. Okay, so before we even turn this bad boy on, I'm actually gonna take, oh god, I can't slide these out. Take the Joy-Con crap, hold on. So I've taken the Joy-Con out of the slide rails. I'm gonna slide them into the OLED. That ironically just, oh, that click sound sounded a lot more vicious though. It doesn't sound like the original click sound. Okay, you have to slide this in carefully. Hello, me. You can see me again. There you go, that sounded more like the original. Okay. I mean, to be honest, let's just turn this on. Oh god. God, that was, I just realized the black screen, that's actually a black screen, but it can't tell because the OLED, the black pixels all just turned off. You can really see, oh my god. The screen is so much bigger. Okay, I'm gonna set this up and then we're gonna do some comparison. Okay, so I have the Switch OLED here, kind of lower. Sorry, I sneezed on you guys. I have the Switch OLED here, and here's my normal Switch. I'm gonna turn this bad boy on. I was playing Metroid Dread a bit before, so it's just, that's the screen. That is really, honestly, that's very noticeable. I just realized so one thing that's cool about the Switch is that's kind of neat about the bigger bezels is this is meant to detect light. At least what I've heard. I don't know if this is actually true or not. It makes sense because honestly, you could put sensors back here, but when this detects a certain amount of light, it will dim the screen if you have auto brightness on. I'd assume that these bigger bezels is meant for that same reason. There's still like a bezel on here. Like there's definitely like a black outline here, but there's also the general Switch itself, which actually has a very samey feeling. I did point out, or I didn't point out yet, but they do have a plastic layer. They have a layer of plastic here to protect the screen just a bit more than what the screen already has its durability as. So you do basically have a built-in screen protector, and they do advise not to remove it because it's very bad if you do. But if I did also notice, the Switch OLED is just slightly bigger than the Switch OG and Switch version 2. But yeah, that's like the screen size comparison. Let me try to align that. Because the screen is bigger, you actually notice that the bezels of the screens just don't align with the normal original Switch. But yeah, that's the screen size. Definitely a lot bigger. That's pretty much all the comparison I really can do till I actually transform my stuff, but I'm clearly still playing a game here. So I need to get that going and everything. But yeah, that's pretty much all the video here. Okay, so that's pretty much it. Thank you guys so much for watching, for sticking in for so long. That was a very, very long video. Thank you guys again for watching, as always. Please like the video. It took me a lot longer to make than I thought it would, and very stressful. But I will be playing a lot of the Switch OLED recently, and for the next few days, I'm going to be testing it. I'm going to be giving you guys a full review of it, along with Metroid Dread, because I'm a big Metroid fan. I bought the game twice, and I cannot wait to play this. I'm going to be playing it primarily in handheld now because of the Switch OLED, because the colors are going to look so much more bright and vibrant and better. So I can't wait to do that, and thank you guys so much for watching. I know I said I was going to be doing a few videos. I've been getting sidetracked a lot, and I haven't been doing them, which is my bad. I am sorry. The Skyward Sword review was supposed to come out a long time ago, but it never did. Hopefully, at some point in time, I will get that done, and I will let you guys see it. But thank you guys so much for sticking around, for watching this whole video if you did. Thank you guys. There's so many thanks. I'll say it one more time. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see all you in the next video. Peace out.